Welcome to the Old-Fashioned Masonic Podcast, where we talk all things.
On this Monday, Education Monday, we are going to talk about a notable Freemason, Benedict Arnold. Here in the USA, we Freemasons are typically proud of our American forefathers, especially those who were members of the craft. However, as with everything else, there are exceptions, one of whom is Benedict Arnold. Who was Benedict Arnold? A general of the United States Continental Army, under the command of General George Washington. He betrayed the American cause and defected to the British. He was born into a respected family on January 14, 1741. Benedict Arnold was the fifth male in his family with the most infamous name in American history. The first Benedict Arnold was his great-grandfather, an early governor of the colony of Rhode Island. In succession, his grandfather, father, and oldest brother, who died in infancy, also bore the same name. Brother Arnold learned several indigenous languages at an early age and became one of the leading interpreters for the Rhode Island colony. Arnold later settled in Newport, was elected a commissioner, and then succeeded Williams as president of the colony. His youth. By the time the fifth Benedict appeared, the Arnold name was still held in high esteem. However, the yellow fever epidemic brought tragedy and started the downward spiral. Benedict and his sister Hannah survived. Their three other siblings died before they reached adulthood. With each death, the children's father sank deeper and deeper into alcoholism and depression. This led to the failure of the family business and terminated the education of the young Benedict Arnold. Benedict had expected to attend Yale College but now had to apprentice with his mother's cousins, who were doctors that ran a very successful apothecary. At age 14, Benedict tried enlisting in the army at the start of the French and Indian War, which his mother Hannah prevented. He left his apprenticeship and opened his own apothecary to support his father, who suffered from alcohol-induced dementia, and his sister. His father later died in 1761. Business acumen. Benedict's apothecary business grew and became very successful, to the point of partnering with Adam Babcock, purchasing 3 trading ships, and establishing lucrative trade routes with the West Indies in 1764. Benedict was very hardworking and usually commanded one of his ships to ensure that business ran smoothly. On one of his trips, a British sea captain called Benedict a "damn Yankee," destitute of good manners or those of a gentleman, while in Honduras. Benedict challenged the captain to a duel. In the first round of gunfire exchange, the captain was wounded by Arnold. After Benedict relayed his intention to kill the captain with the next round of gunfire, the captain apologized and withdrew. Benedict, like many merchants, defied the taxes and became a smuggler. While in his mid-20s, Benedict didn't openly defy the law but joined the Sons of Liberty, a secret organization that resisted restrictive parliamentary taxes. In January 1767, Benedict was arrested along with members of his crew for beating a man suspected of informing authorities of Benedict's smuggling. He was convicted of disorderly conduct and ordered to pay 50 shillings. Military service. With the start of the Revolutionary War, Benedict was elected captain in the Connecticut militia. He wasn't revered. A soldier, John Brown, published a handbill about Benedict claiming that money is this man's god, and to get enough of it he would sacrifice his country. 4 years before Benedict did exactly that. Reportedly, Benedict showed valor and great skill in battlefield tactics. But each time someone else got the bulk of the credit. While many soldiers contended that it was Benedict who carried the day at Saratoga, his commanding general, Horatio Gates, claimed and took the credit. In that battle, Benedict sustained 3 injuries to his left leg that required surgery, eventually leaving it 3 inches shorter than his right. During recovery, Benedict became more disenchanted as he saw soldiers of lesser rank promoted above him. By then, Benedict was a brigadier general but probably deserved higher command. Washington secured an appointment for Benedict in Philadelphia where he could live comfortably during his physical rehabilitation. This appointment by Washington proved hazardous. Court-martial. Shipman and soldier planted the seeds of treachery about Arnold. The British received reports of American logistics surrounding Philadelphia at that time from Arnold. Benedict also began profiting substantially from war-related supply movements. This led to more accusations of grift and profiteering from several people. The most damaging came from Joseph Reed, who'd publicly served in the colonial army without taking compensation and even turned down a bribe for £10,000 to promote colonial reconciliation with the crown. After Arnold was caught selling secrets, this led to Benedict's court-martial, but, largely due to Washington's influence, Benedict was largely exonerated. This only heightened Benedict's disaffection for his new country. The Big Betrayal. Benedict initiated secret communications with Major Andre and began taking financial steps in preparation for his betrayal. He sent a secret message around June 1780 to the British about his impending command at West Point, stating that he could provide a drawing of the works by which you might take West Point without loss. Essential supplies started to disappear. Benedict's subordinates believed he sold them on the black market. Benedict met Major Andre in person on September 21 and made final plans to deliver West Point into British hands. However, Andre had to cross over into enemy territory and was captured by militia on his return. Benedict learned of his capture and fled across enemy lines before he could be captured. Later life. After Arnold defected to the British, he wasn't very valuable to British forces since his information had expired and since nobody in the British forces would confidently follow a traitor. He spent most of his remaining life there with a short stint in New Brunswick, Canada, then a British province. He died in 1801. Freemasonry. Arnold joined Hiram Lodge 1 in New Haven, Connecticut in 1761. 1 in New Haven, Connecticut in 1761. It's believed that this lodge initiated him, but some Masonic scholars claim that he was initiated in the West Indies and later affiliated with Hiram Lodge. However, he visited several lodges and made connections at lodge meetings that likely led to his membership in the Sons of Liberty. After learning of Arnold's treason, Hiram Lodge removed his name from its membership rolls. Among the lodges that Arnold visited was Solomon Lodge 1 in New Haven, Connecticut in 1761, which later passed a resolution that read, ordered that the name of Benedict Arnold be considered as obliterated from the minutes of this lodge, a traitor. Benedict Arnold was a loyal son, a nurturing brother, a loving father and husband, a successful merchant, and a brave soldier. But he was also an infamous traitor. Some questions to ponder. Why did Washington cut him such a break the first time? If the British would have taken over West Point, what would that have done to the war? Would people have turned on Washington once they found out the man he showed grace to turned on the country again? Thank you for watching this week's Masonic Education Monday episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment to let the world know what you think. The Old-Fashioned Masonic Podcast, where real Masons talk about Freemasonry.